没玩过老传奇的人，请忽略这条视频。咱们这款复古176小极品，无需强氪金，没有华丽的时装和光柱，我们做的是心目中的老传奇，绝不消遣你。因为咱们基本都是80后，多少人要养家糊口，也没有那么多时间和精力去陪土豪跑步了，所以我们重新调高了爆率，装备回收，散人不氪也能玩得爽。有想法的哥们儿，速度进服玩吧。
大中华区及韩国总裁陈俊廷。Please welcome Vice President Greater China and Korea Google, Stanley Chen.
现场和线上的各位朋友们，大家好。很开心又见到大家，也欢迎各位来到2025年 Google I/O Connect China 谷歌开发者大会。今年的5月，我们在美国举办的 Google 大会 I/O 大会上，我们发布了一系列令人兴奋的 AI 功能和产品。Google 不仅在引领这场技术的创新，我们也在重新定义整个技术前沿的本身。在这个共同探索未来的旅程中，中国的开发者无疑是全球舞台上最耀眼的创新力量。我们倍感荣幸能够见证各位，并助力中国出海企业，无论是充满活力的初创企业，还是布局全球的大型企业，都能轻松地实现技术的创新，在全球取得成功。今天，我想和大家分享几个令人振奋的案例。中国的开发者如何通过 Google 的整合生态和全站式的 AI 解决方案，来驱动中国的创新在海外的市场实现蓬勃的发展。首先，在游戏的开发领域，中国的开发者将创意的高效转化为现实。网易游戏2025年在海外发布的射击游戏，通过了运用 Google Cloud 全球的算力，降低了40%的服务器成本，同时将全球响应的时间缩短了67%，让身处世界各地的玩家都能享受无延迟的同步游戏乐趣。同样令人骄傲的是，在全球 Google Play 年度评选中，共有来自12家中国开发者团队的13款游戏和应用，在全球不同的市场斩获了14项年度最佳应用大奖，这些都充分展现了中国游戏产业在全球范围的卓越表现。我们是不是给自己一个大的掌声？其次 ，AI 驱动下的技术深度的融合，正在让复杂开发变得简单。蚂蚁国际利用 Google Cloud Vertex AI 打造了其 AI 即服务的平台，帮助了海外金融科技公司和超级应用构建 AI 智能体和 AI 的原生服务，有效地提升了服务的效率与质量。同样的，中国出海的品牌正在积极通过 AI 驱动产品的智能化生态。在海外的市场，小米的手机、平板等设备通过集成 Gemini Nano 以及 Google Cloud Vertex AI 上的 Gemini 模型的强大 AI 功能，提升了内容生成、 AI 问答的功能，为海外的用户带来更加智能、高效的使用体验。我们为每一个成功的故事感到欢欣鼓舞，也同样深知胸怀梦想的各位初创企业的朋友们，在全球化的征程中所面对的挑战与机遇。这个由 AI 创新驱动的自动化的引擎，正在帮助初创的企业实现持续快速的商业增长。海外 AI 多模态娱乐社群 C-Art， 他们借助了 Google AI 赋能的海外市场拓展，在短短的2年内实现了海外用户100倍的增长。Google Cloud 平台也同步为其的核心产品提供了强大的技术资源，以确保产品的优化迭代能够完美承接海外用户社群的快速增长。本届 Google 开发者大会为出海的创业者准备了更多的惊喜。我们在大会的期间将举办针对初创企业的专题演讲、创业出海的成功案例的展示与互动的问答区。我们诚挚邀请所有已出海或计划出海的创业开发者一起参与。在各类 AI 创新实践所取得的商业成功之外， AI 也正在为社会公益、文化的传承等领域注入新的活力。艺术家吴建安的作品《72变》，利用 Google Gemma 3开放模型，打破沟通的障碍，将用户内心的自我表达转化为流畅的艺术视觉效果。AI 同样能为我们日常沟通的场景提供帮助。北京联合大学基于 Google Project Voice 的开源技术，为使用中文的用户开发本土化的产品。这能够帮助有沟通障碍的人士，利用 AI 来预测用户想要表达的内容，帮助他们以更少的步骤实现高效的沟通。AI 不仅能搭建人与人之间沟通的桥梁，也能让我们跨越时空，与璀璨的传统文化来展开一场对话。兰州大学利用 Google Gemma 2开放的模型，开发了一个创新的敦煌文化智能体的系统，能够生成具有不同风格的回答，让1000年的敦煌历史焕发新的生机。上面我分享的每一个 AI 向善的故事背后，其实都闪耀着开发者的智慧与热情。这一切都离不开中国开发者的不懈创新与新一代人才的持续成长。为了将 Google 的资源更高效地带给每一位中国的开发者，我们今天也将正式推出 Google 开发者计划。在这里，你可以拥有个性化的主页与技能认证的机会，并且在第一时间能够了解最匹配的活动邀请和技术的更新。我们欢迎现场和线上的朋友们扫码注册，获取我们2025 Google 开发者大会限定的电子勋章。如果还记得3年前我们启动了 G-Reach 项目，我们希望能够透过在职的培训，为残障的人士打造一个实现梦想的无障碍职业舞台。今天我们很开心的和各位分享 G-Reach 项目已经帮助超过40位的学员成功地开启了他们作为开发者的职业生涯。我们同样致力于将这份技术和热情，希望能传递到更多资源匮乏的地区。谷歌公益持续与新兴教育基金会合作，为中国欠发达的地区的1500多名女性学生提供开源 AI 的入门教育。我们助力他们在数字的时代卓越成长，绽放自己的光芒。我们也在与教育的伙伴合作，携手建立一个长期稳固的跨境电商人才培养计划。我们自2022年以来，谷歌数字人才培养计划通过参与教育部的供需对接就业育人项目，我们已经为全国210多所高校的800余名的教师提供出海营销的数字技能培训， 覆盖超过了6万多名的在校学生。今天我们所见证的创新和创造，其实预示着一个更加智能、更具想象力的未来。谷歌将持续为中国的开发者提供坚实的支持，探索技术创新的界限，去拥抱每一次的挑战，每一次超越每一次的想象。我们由衷的期待未来见证在座的各位在全球的舞台上取得更多非凡成就。接下来，让我们用最热烈的掌声欢迎我的同事 Timothy， 他将为大家带来更多有关 AI 产品与技术的深度分享。谢谢大家。
玩战士转至9天5胜，玩法师转至通天法王，玩道士转至伏魔天尊。我推荐玩道士啊，因为道士到达20转就能转制成伏魔天尊，还能同时召唤2个道士美女英雄，激活无限召唤，最高能召唤5只宠物。现在新人上线，输入礼包码 VIP666就能领取20转支撑卡，输入 VIP777激活帝王赞助，解锁自取自回自挂，输入 VIP888领取100万充值点，充值点可兑换充值礼包，什么时装礼包、特殊戒指、活动月卡，通通拿下！再去100倍地图刷怪，随便打只怪都能爆满地光柱，背包都装不下。不要这装备啊，还能回收换灵符。就这样玩几天，榜一不敢说，前3那是稳稳的啊。
没玩过老传奇的人，请忽略这条视频。咱们这款复古176小极品，无需强氪金，没有华丽的时装和光柱，我们做的是心目中的老传奇，绝不消遣你。因为咱们基本都是80后，多少人要养家糊口，也没有那么多时间和精力去陪土豪跑过来，所以我们重新调高了爆率，装备回收，散人不氪也能玩得爽。有想法的哥们儿，速度进服玩吧。
大家好。Hello and welcome to Google I/O Connect China. Thank you to Stanley for the warm introduction. The team here has had quite a busy year. I want to thank the fantastic developer community here in China for choosing to build with Google. The pace of innovation from Google has been absolutely incredible, and we're focused on putting our latest, most capable AI models directly in your hands. Now, this year, we introduced the Gemini 2.5 family of thinking. 2.5 Pro sets a new standard for coding and complex prompts. 2.5 Flash offers the best balance of performance and speed on everyday tasks. And the new 2.5 Flash Lite is great for high-volume, cost-efficient tasks. Export developers are leveraging Gemini to supercharge their existing products. Now, a great example of this is the video editing platform Wondershare's Filmora, which it's used by over 100 million creators worldwide. Now, Filmora used Gemini 2.5 Flash to build their innovative AI AutoCut feature. Powered by Gemini, Filmora intelligently segments clips, analyzes shot content, and generates voiceover to transform raw video footage into a polished vlog. Now, by replacing a complex multimodal architecture with Gemini, Filmora accelerated their integration speed by 70%. And users have seen a 32% increase in satisfaction with the AI-generated content. This is very cool. We've also released Gen Media models. Now, people around the globe can now generate music with Lyria, images with Imagine 4, and videos with Veo 3. Imagine 4 is our latest and most powerful image generation model to supercharge creative projects. It brings incredible improvements, especially its game-changing ability to generate crystal clear text within images. It's a massive leap from Imagine 3. And we're also pushing the boundaries with video. Veo 3, our newest and most powerful AI video generator, integrates high-fidelity visuals with a crucial new dimension: fully synchronized sound. Now, if you're interested in fine-tuning a custom model on your hardware, Gemma, our state-of-the-art family of open models, is for you. Gemma demonstrates our commitment to making useful AI technology accessible to all, leveraging the same technology that powers our Gemini models. Now, just this past March, we celebrated Gemma's first birthday. Today, we've surpassed 200 million downloads, thanks to a vibrant community that has created over 80,000 variants. The Chinese developer community has been a driving force in contributing to the Gemmaverse. That's our name for the vast and diverse set of projects based on Gemma. For example, Alibaba International used Gemma to build their own model for image and text processing, Ovis 1.6. It significantly improved their overseas business workflow and efficiency. And Xiaomi developed Gemma X specifically for many-to-many multilingual translation for global markets. Now, open models can drive real societal impact. Let me share a story from a Hong Kong developer, Impact AI. Their mission is to remove communication barriers for Hong Kong's deaf and hard of hearing community. Now, by leveraging Gemma, Impact AI built an intelligent avatar that translates Chinese text into expressive Hong Kong Sign Language gestures. No starting from scratch, just purposeful innovation layered on open models. Now, with only one deaf school serving Hong Kong, Impact AI's solution is transforming how teachers teach, how students learn, and how communities connect. This is just one example of how developers around the globe have embraced Gemma's multimodality and long context, applying it in powerful ways, especially for the world's diverse languages. Now, inspired by you, the new Gemma 3 models are the best multilingual open models on the planet, available in over 140 languages. And we're pushing Gemma even further. We've released Gemma variants for different use cases, such as Shield Gemma for safe LLM deployment. Med Gemma is our most capable model for health AI. Now, this multimodal model for medical text and images helps you build apps that can be used by the healthcare industry. It can be fine-tuned to improve performance for medical applications, and it can be used as a privacy-preserving tool within agentic systems. The new 27 billion parameter multimodal version was released just last month. And there's more. Scientists are using Gemma to support groundbreaking research with Dolphin Gemma, the world's first large language model for dolphins. I'm not kidding. Imagine one day being able to talk to dolphins. And of course, Gemma shines when run on device. So to power the next generation of on-device AI and push our vision for accessible AI even further, there's Gemma 3N. It shares the same cutting-edge architecture as the next generation of Gemini Nano, and it's engineered for incredible performance on mobile hardware, running on as little as 2 gigabytes of RAM. Now, I'm sure you want to see what it can do. So, keeping in the spirit of Google I/O, if a demo succeeds, we all, come on, cheer and clap. That's right. And if a demo fails, we also cheer and clap. Okay. Let me invite my colleague Wei Wei to show you what you can do with Gemma right now.
嗨，大家好，我是 Google 的技术推广工程师魏巍。今天我准备用一个非常棒的社区工具，在这台笔记本电脑上，完全在离线状态下运行一个 Gemma 模型，并和它进行一些互动。这个工具叫做 LM Studio， 它是一款很受开发者欢迎的工具，能够让你在本地以各种方式运行开放模型。 下面大家请看一下我的笔记本电脑。我将来向大家展示一下这样的模型有多么强大，而且使用它们来开发又有多么简单。大家可以看到，我在这里已经打开了我的ML Studio， 并且已经预先加载了 Gemma 3 4B 模型。我们可以拖入一张图片进去，然后提一些关于图片的问题。我事先准备好了2张图片，第一张是我在谷歌办公室的一张照片。我们将这张照片拖入 LM Studio， 然后让 Gemma 进行描述这张图片。Gemma 将会花几秒钟时间分析这张图片内容，然后给我们一个精准的描述。大家在这里可以看到 Gemma 返回了我穿着一件黑色 T 恤衫，同时我的衣服上有 Gemma 这个单词。这个描述是完全正确的。这种问题当然是拿不到 Gemma 的。当然 Gemma 也支持多种语言。下面我们就用中文来进行提问。这次我们使用另外一张图片，这是一张我的同事从伦敦飞到上海的机票的图片。同样，我们将这张图片拖入 LM Studio， 然后我们让 Gemma 读取图中信息，并存入 JSON。Gemma 将会仔细地分析图中的相关信息，然后抽取关键的信息，并存入到一个 JSON 当中去。在这里 ，Gemma 使用了图片分析和结构化输出的2大功能。这2大功能让 AI 应用的开发变得格外的简单。最后，我们再增加一些难度。我们让 Gemma 往之前的 JSON 里增加2个新的字段。谢谢大家来参加今天的活动以及这句话的英文翻译。大家可以看到 ，Gemma 不仅完全保存了之前 JSON 的所有字段，同时也增加了2个新的字段。怎么样？这是不是非常的酷？Gemma 不仅完美的理解了上下文，运用了它的多语言能力，精准的翻译了相关信息，还丝毫不差的根据我们的指令更新了 JSON。大家可以别忘了，我们在这里使用的只是小巧的 Gemma 3 4B 模型，完全在离线状态下，在我的笔记本上本地运行。大家可以想象一下，这其中蕴藏着有多少种可能性。Timothy, back to you.
Thanks, Weiwei. Developers around the world are building some incredible things with our models. They're also building things faster with AI-powered tools. Let's start with Firebase Studio, where we have some really exciting updates. Now, this year, our focus is crystal clear, helping you build faster in every part of the stack. Now, that's why we're infusing AI throughout the development lifecycle. Now, Firebase Studio is our agentic AI workspace where you can create full-stack applications and take your idea to scale, whether you want to use multimodal prompts to generate code or write the code yourself. And we haven't stopped shipping. Just last month, we released updates that redefined AI-assisted development in Firebase Studio to help export developers build these amazing apps faster and easier. This includes 3 distinct modes for interacting with Gemini, giving you as much or as little control and AI assistance as you need. MCP support and integration with Gemini CLI. Autonomous Agent Mode is the most powerful of these new modes, letting Gemini work independently to handle tasks, such as generating prototypes, adding features, fixing bugs, and refactoring components. There's also new optimized AI templates that combine the power of Agent Mode with custom AI rules to help you generate and build beautiful, yet powerful Flutter, Angular, React, Next.js, and general-purpose web apps. Just choose one of these templates when you create a new workspace. Now you can go from idea to app using some of your favorite frameworks at lightning speed. And now you can integrate Firebase backend services into your app and deploy it to Firebase hosting just by prompting Gemini. Another way we're building towards a future of AI-infused development is by updating popular tools and languages like Flutter and Dart, so that your AI assistant can leverage the best of what they offer. Now that's coming with this week's release of Flutter 3.35 and Dart 3.9. Now, these releases include several updates to the developer experience, like bringing Flutter's signature hot reload feature to the web and turning it on by default. And an early look at a new widget previews feature. But like I said, we're also working hard to set Dart and Flutter up to work better for the future of development and alongside your coding assistant. So the Dart MCP server is also shipping as part of today's SDK announcement. For all of you export developers building with AI, this update turns your AI assistant from a code completion tool into a true development partner, securely accessing the tools and context of your local development environment to analyze project errors, manage dependencies, and even interact with your application. Instead of digging through the widget tree to solve a UI issue, you can simply prompt Gemini to fix the layout issue. And you know that your assistant has access to all the tools and context it needs to accurately and completely solve the problem. From identifying the runtime error, proposing a fix, and with your approval, updating the code. Now, there are few places where AI has a more personal impact on users than when it is available to them on their phones. To show you how you can harness the power of AI to build excellent apps on Android, please welcome Jamal and Jingyu to the stage.
玩战士转职9天5胜，玩法师转职通天法王，玩道士转职伏魔天准。我推荐玩道士啊，因为道士到达20转就能转职成伏魔天准，还能同时召唤2个道士美女英雄，激活无限召唤，最高能召唤5只宠物。现在新人上线，输入联邦码 VIP 666就能领取20转支撑卡，输入 VIP 777激活帝王赞助，解锁自诩自回自挂，输入 VIP 888领取100万充值点，充值点可兑换充值礼包，什么时装礼包、特殊戒指、活动月卡，通通拿下！再去100倍地图刷怪，随便打只怪都能爆满地光柱，背包都装不下。不要的装备啊，还得回收换灵符。就这样玩几天，榜1不敢说，前3那是稳稳的啊。
没玩过老传奇的人，请忽略这条视频。咱们这款复古176小极品，无需强氪金，没有华丽的时装和光柱，我们做的是心目中的老传奇，绝不消遣你。因为咱们基本都是80后，多少人要养家糊口，也没有那么多时间和精力去陪土豪跑步了，所以我们重新调高了爆率，装备回收，散人不氪也能玩得爽。有想法的哥们儿，速度进服玩吧。
Hello everyone, I'm Jamal.
大家好，我是靖宇。
You may have noticed that I/O this year, we demoed new features, showcase new tools, use AI to debug, all the stuff that makes your lives a little bit easier and more productive. We've shipped some updates and new features since then. So today, we want to talk about 2 things. First, how you can harness AI to build truly excellent Android apps. Apps that are delightful, performant, and work across devices. And second, how our libraries and tools can help you be more productive.
At I/O earlier this year, we built a new sample app called Androidify, where you can transform yourself into a cute Android bot based on a selfie. It's a great example of how AI can unlock entirely new experiences on Android. We particularly loved seeing all of the dogs. Yes, dogs Androidified with their owners. Aren't they cute? When it comes to building AI on Android, you've got options. Use the model on the cloud or right on the device. For the Androidify Android app, we use the Gemini 2.5 Pro model via Firebase AI logic to get a description of the person from an image. And then we use the Imagine model to generate the Android bot based on that description. And if you need to process sensitive user data locally or do something that's completely offline, we've got you covered as well. Powered by Gemini Nano, our multi-model on-device model, the MLK GenAI APIs are optimized for common tasks, like summarizing, rewriting, and image description, which are available in beta with more features coming later this year.
Now, an excellent app is a delightful app, and we're helping you bring a new level of personalization into your apps with an expansion pack to the Material 3 design system called Material 3 Expressive, our biggest UI redesign in years. You can see how we're using it in the Androidify app with a new composed material library. For example, morphing button groups and shapes are so nice and smooth. These details are some examples of what separates a good app from an excellent app. We're also hoping to bring a new level of delight into your apps with new features like live updates. These are new notifications that help you stay focused on time-sensitive tasks, like flight, food delivery, or grocery order. We're working with device manufacturers such as Xiaomi, Oppo, OnePlus, Vivo, IQ, and app developers like Trip.com, Zomato, Blinkit to provide this real-time update with live updates. Also, an excellent app looks great across all devices users have. And we're making it easier for you to have your app move across devices out of the box, from foldables to tablets to Chromebooks. And here's the best part. If you're building adaptively for Android, you're already building for two more form factors, cars and XR. Once an app is adaptive, you'll unlock access to over 500 million devices for your app to run on. Android XR powers glasses and headsets like Samsung's Project Wuhan, which you can start building for right now before it gets in the hands of consumers later this year. It also powers wired XR glasses like X-Reels, which you can try on as a developer edition soon. To help you support these upcoming devices, we recently launched the Developer Preview 2 for the Android XR SDK. It includes Material XR components, an updated emulator in Android Studio, and spatial video support in your Play Store listings. We're already seeing incredible XR experiences like DJ, an app based in Germany, with minimal changes that got their app working in the XR home space. And now they're exploring a 3D XR experience that lets you scratch on virtual time terminals and browse your vendor collection in free space.
Now, building for these kinds of excellent experiences across different devices means you need powerful APIs and tools, which brings us to our next topic, boosting your productivity. Jetpack Compose has the features, performance, libraries, and tools that we need to build excellent apps. 60% of the top 1,000 apps are already taking advantage of the development speed Compose offers. We are hyper-focused on making Compose performance better and better. In the latest release, we see barely any janky frames on an older generation of Pixel device. And we know building navigation for apps across different devices and screen sizes can be complicated. So we rebuilt the Jetpack Compose navigation library from the ground up. Our goal was to make it simpler, more intuitive, and incredibly powerful for you to manage screens in a stack, returning states and enabling seamless animations and adaptive layouts. When it comes to testing, starting this July, the general availability version of the Partner Device Labs is now available for Android device streaming, powered by Firebase. This means you can now validate your apps on a wide range of real devices, including Samsung, Xiaomi, Oppo, OnePlus, Vivo, and soon Transsion.
When we think about helping you be more productive, it's not just about new libraries and testing. We've been working on a series of features that leverage Gemini and Android Studio to make building apps and testing apps faster and easier for export developers.
We've just released a new experimental capability in Android Studio called Agent Mode. You can describe a complex goal in natural language, and the agent plans and executes changes on multiple files across your project, all under your direction, of course. And to further extend the capabilities of Agent Mode, we also added Model Context Protocol, MCP support, so that the agent mode can interact with external tools. Just add a JSON configuration file and the IDE can connect with your MCP server of choice.
We know when you're using AI in your development tools that sometimes you need to be offline, or you need to use models dictated by your company's policies. To help with this, we're introducing a brand new feature called Bring Your Own Model. When you run a local LM model on your laptop from providers like Ollama or LM Studio, Android Studio can use the power they built in to built-in cheat features for the IDE. This means you now run a local demo model right on your laptop. Let's take a look at a live demo. All right, let's look at the screen. All right, you can see I'm working on the Androidify app, which is built with adaptive layouts. I now want to use Gemma to help develop this app offline. I can confirm that I have no internet access. And now I'll open up the chat window. And let me go to this new model picker and select Gemma 12B. Let me select some code. And let me explain the code. Now, as a reminder, Gemma is working offline on my local laptop and has access to my local code base to answer my questions with context. All right, nice. Okay, so Gemma is multilingual. Let me get this answer in Mandarin. All right. By asking, restate the explanation in Mandarin. Again, in Android Studio, I can call a local Gemma model to handle multilingual questions and responses all offline with the context of my project. Okay, let's see the results. Okay, Ta Ben Lao. Okay, let me look back at my preview. Okay, so it looks like I have these odd white borders here at the top and bottom of my preview. Okay, let me ask Gemma to help fix that issue. So with the question, for my preview code, why are there white borders on the top and bottom of the promo video placeholder image as shown in the preview? Now, as a reminder, what Gemma is taking the context of my code, the context of the preview to answer my questions offline with a Gemma local model with full model context. All right, let's see the results. Okay. Answer here, okay. All right, so it looks like Gemma suggests I need to add one line for a scale crop context. So let me do that. And refresh. And there we go. Ta Ben Lao.
真的太棒了. All right, with all this time that we're saving for you to work on features in your backlog.
So this is the taste of the work across Android. So please come chat with us at the demo booth and check the talks. Next up, Paul's here to show you how we're getting easier to build more powerful experiences on the web. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hello, what an incredible morning it's been so far. Now, where are the web developers out there? If you're a web developer, can you raise your hand? There's my people. Come and see me later. Come and see me later as well. Okay, I love the web because its reach is virtually unlimited. With one website, you can bring your ideas to almost anyone on the planet. And our mission in Chrome is to make the web an even more powerful platform, simplifying the development process for you. And we focused on 3 key areas. 1, making it easier to build better UI. 2, streamlining debugging with Chrome DevTools. And the 3rd, enabling new AI-powered features in the browser. So let's start with UI. We all want to build stunning user interfaces with less boilerplate. And that's why we've introduced new, powerful CSS primitives to simplify building interactive, accessible, declarative cross-browser UI. Imagine being able to create beautiful carousels with minimal effort, significantly reducing the amount of JavaScript that you need to write. Now, there's no better way to show you how easy this is than building a carousel right here on stage with you all. Okay, so we're going to look at a simple demo. And here we go, here's my screen. Can we see it? There's me, that's me, beautiful, right? This is just a simple carousel. We have the start of a carousel here, and it's a collection of images of our team. I can page through. These are some of the people that are here with us today. And it's just built with standard CSS. But it's at this point where you would normally add heaps of JavaScript just to make it work. But now, we can just use CSS. So the first thing that we're going to do is add some controls so that we can page through the elements. So we can do this by adding the new scroll button pseudo class. I'm just going to delete some of this code. I did pre-prepare this a little bit earlier. And there we go. We have these little buttons across the side that we can page through. That's great. Now, many carousels have quick access markers to let you get to a specific item. And normally you have like a little box at the bottom of the screen that lets you do that. So we can do that by adding a scroll marker group. And we use the scroll marker group after property, and then the scroll marker group pseudo class. Oops. So I'm just going to remove this. And here we are at the bottom of the screen. We have this little placeholder space. Now, each item in the carousel has its own marker in this group, which we can again style with the scroll marker pseudo class. Now, I'm just going to delete the code here. There's the scroll marker pseudo class and just some basic CSS. Save, refresh the page, and voila! We have a fully interactive CSS carousel. Now, there's more that you have to do to make it fully accessible, but by leveraging the web's native building blocks of HTML and CSS, we're bringing complex interactions to the browser and significantly reducing the amount of JavaScript that you need to use. Less code is more impact. Now, of course, new features are only useful if they work for all of your users. Now, the web developers that were there, can you raise your hand if you target only Chrome? Next to no one, good. So now if you raise your hand, if you use Safari, Firefox, Edge, and a whole heap of other browsers. Okay, yes, great. So as web developers, we all want an easy way to know that any new feature that we use and we're going to implement is going to work across all different combinations of users, browsers, and devices. And that's why there's Baseline, which now maps over 100%, exactly 100%, sorry, of the web platform features, and is directly integrated into the tools that you use every day, like Visual Studio Code and ESLint. And now, if you're a JetBrains user, there's great news. The entire suite of IntelliJ-based IDEs, including WebStorm, now support Baseline. So, thank you. So now, when you're in VS Code, you can hover over any HTML or CSS property and see up-to-date, accurate feature availability, giving you the clarity and confidence to know exactly what is available on the web directly in your environment. Not to mention how much time that you're going to save by not having to switch between tabs every time that you want to check browser compatibility. Now, let's talk about debugging. We're making it smarter and faster with AI assistance directly built in to Chrome DevTools. Now, stop me if this sounds familiar. It's the end of a long day. You want to go home, but you're trying to figure out a tricky layout issue. And it turns out that CSS, centering in CSS is the world's hardest web development problem. You really just want to get your button fixed and centered, right? So built-in Gemini helps you understand and fix issues in the Elements panel. And I'm going to show you how this works with some footage that we recorded earlier. So we have this Find My Seat button there, and we're going to ask Gemini how we can fix this centering issue. And so we'll type in, I set left to 50%, but it's still misaligned. How do I fix it? Obviously I speak faster than I type. We ask Gemini. Gemini goes off and inspects the page and gives us some recommended solutions. And it says that we need to apply a translate X minus 50% as one of the options. We'll click the option. It will ask us to confirm whether we're allowed to do this. And there we go. The button is centered on the screen. And finally, with Chrome 137, you can now apply those fixes directly to your local workspace. This isn't just about understanding, it's about fixing fast. So finally, let's talk about the next frontier of bringing powerful AI directly into your browser and to your users on the web. So we're rolling out 7 new on-device AI APIs built with our best on-device models like Gemini Nano and Google Translate. This means that more export developers can build smart features that run entirely in the browser without sending any data up to the cloud. Think about the applications that you can build that can summarize a long document, help you draft an email, or provide contextual prompts, all running locally on the user's device. Alibaba's Miravia, a leading e-commerce company in Spain, is actively using the Summarizer API for their product page user reviews. So the user can get a summary of, say, all 5-star reviews. We're also experimenting with multimodal capabilities for the Prompt API, which is now in Origin trial. And in this video, we've built a ticket scanner application that understands text and images so that you can guide your users to their seat like an AI usher. So in this demo, I take a photo of my ticket, special ticket for this event, and just like that, hopefully, Gemini will tell us where we can find our seat. There we go. Great. So you can also imagine that you can build applications that process live audio input to generate captions or even translations, all right within inside your web application. And for devices that can't support this API, we're introducing a new hybrid AI solution enabled by Firebase and the Gemini API. This approach will combine the power of cloud-based AI with the low latency and privacy of on-device processing, giving export developers the best of both worlds for broad reach and truly powerful interactive experiences. And we invite you to sign up for our early preview program and share your feedback. Now, the web lets you write once and reach everyone, and we're committed to making it the most powerful, capable, and developer-friendly platform possible. And I can't wait to see what you build next with these new tools and capabilities. And with that, I would like to invite Ting, who will tell you more about our latest updates from Google Cloud. Thank you.
Hello， 大家好，我是刘婷。今天非常荣幸可以来到这里，和大家分享谷歌云平台最新的产品更新。Google Cloud 团队致力于在整个海外云平台提升 AI 能力。我们将 Google 的所有突破性创新成果整合为一体化的 AI 技术站，其中包括了企业级的工具和服务。例如 Vertex AI， 这是我们全托管式的 AI 开发平台，它的底层 Gemini 模型一直在持续更新。最近我们已经更新到了正式版的 Gemini 2.5 Pro、Flash 和 Flash Lite。这些强大的模型具备多模态的功能，提供代码执行、函数调用等工具，支持通过 Google 搜索或 RAG 引擎接地，并拥有极大的上下文窗口。如果在海外开发者需要基于特定企业数据对模型进行定制化，我们现在已经推出了对 Gemini 2.5 Pro、 Flash 和 Flashlight 的模型使用监督式微调，就是 SFT， 该功能已经正式上线。如果总是纠结应该用哪个模型更好，大家不用担心，我们最新推出了 Vertex AI Model Optimizer， 通过分析模型的质量、速度和成本，自动帮助你选择最合适的模型。Trip.com 是一个通过 Vertex AI 使用 Gemini 构建的典范。一方面，他们打造了一些 AI 工具，可以优化客服、售后等环节，提高运营效率。另一方面，他们还构建了 Trip Genie 这样的 AI 旅行助手，用 AI 为用户体验赋能。Trip.com 使用了 Gemini 2.5 Pro 和 Flash， 借助 Vertex AI 平台进行监督式微调，为大语言模型的翻译及 Trip Genie 的许多行程规划提供了有力的支持。在部署 AI 工作负载方面，你现在可以使用 Cloud Run， 这是一个全托管、自动扩缩的平台，支持按需使用 NVIDIA L4 GPU。无服系 GPU 真的很厉害，它能够让你的应用仅需5秒钟就可以开始使用 GPU。不仅如此，我们还为 Cloud Run 作业在 GPU 批量和离线处理提供了预览版的体验，也能享有与其他 Cloud Run 工作负载相同的无服务器的体验。然而，模型的能力并不只限于生成文字和媒体 ，AI 智能体可以帮助你将想法转换成行动。最近，我们推出了新的智能体开发套件，能够帮助大家进一步推动智能体的发展。我们正式推出的 Agent Development Kit（ADK） 的 Python 稳定版以及 Java 的预览版。这些工具不仅包括稳定支持模型上下文协议 （MCP）， 更优化了开发者的使用体验。我们从开发者的反馈中得知，大家觉得 ADK 有以下几个优势：第一，模型的选择非常自由，我们很喜欢 Gemini， 但是你也可以选择你更喜欢的模型。第二，部署灵活，我们可以使用Vertex AI Agent， 也可以使用 Cloud Run， 或者部署到你自己更熟悉的环境。它还可以提供用于本地开发和测试的 Web UI， 支持实时处理与交互。更重要的是 ，ADK 不仅能轻松地完成简单的任务，还能构建复杂的多智能体编排任务。为了实现与其他智能体的交互性，我们今年4月还发布了 Agent to Agent（A2A） 的协议。该协议目前已经获得包括所有头部云在内的100家公司的支持，并且已经捐赠给了 Linux 基金会。说到开发，为了帮助大家进一步简化日常的工作，我们一直在拓展和增强 Gemini Code Assist 的开发工具和提效功能。它是全球开发者的得力助手，能帮助你补全代码、生成代码、解释代码，还能像聊天一样回答你的问题。目前由 Gemini 2.5 Pro 支持。最重要的是，个人使用可以免费，而且额度非常充足。Code Assist 现在提供了更多的实用工具和自定义的规则。在工具方面，它集成了 GitHub、GitLab， 在 IDE 里就能管理、拉取请求和合并请求，并支持 Google 文档的访问，可以直接在 Code Assist 里查看或总结你的需求文档，还能根据你的数据库构架生成相关的代码。自定义规则可以确保程序符合客户自己的编码标准，并且始终自动生成测试。这些规则相当于为编码过程而设定的系统提示。我们还提出了 Gemini CLI， 这是一个开源的 AI 智能体，可以将 Gemini 的强大能力复植于你的终端。Gemini CLI 不仅擅长编码，它还是一个多功能的实用智能体。它可以用于不同的类型的任务，从内容生成、解决问题到深入研究和任务管理，不一而足。Gemini CLI 可以免费使用，只需用个人的 Google 账号登录，就可以获得免费的 Gemini Code Assist 的许可。有了这个免费的许可，你就可以使用 Gemini 2.5 Pro 以及它庞大的100万 token 上下文窗口。 我们为大家提供了行业内最大的免费额度，也就是每分钟60次请求，每天1000次请求，分文不收。在部署，欢迎大家使用。在部署与运维方面， Google Cloud Assist 现已提供 AI 赋能的日志分析功能，有利于显著提升你在整个 Google 平台上诊断问题的速度。只要针对某条日志发起分析， Cloud Assist 就能帮助你自动关联海量的日志和各种信号，识别潜在出现的问题，而且揭示问题的深层原因。如果你是 Google Cloud 的海外开发者，可能已经注意到，我们正在逐步为开发者和产品负责人提供基础设施的应用视角。我们正在摆脱那种只有一长串任务清单却没有清晰记录和依赖关系的旧模式，取而代之的是我们最近推出的2款工具 App Design Center ADC， 它是一款能实现应用可视化的图形工具，以及 Cloud Hub，它就像是产品负责人视角的主页。这2款工具都是为了帮助大家能够开发和管理工作调整为以应用为中心的模式。没有数据就没有应用，更不可能有 AI 了。所以我还想跟大家分享以下几个数据方面的关键进展。首先， BigQuery 现在支持多模态表格内置向量搜索，并支持自然语言查询和 SQL 补全。其次，在 MCP Toolbox for Databases 是一个最近发布的开源项目，旨在通过 MCP 访问你的企业数据库。最后，我们已正式宣布 Firestore 兼容 MongoDB， 为大家提供熟悉的 API 和全托管式的云规模数据库指引擎。好，我的分享就先告一段落。接下来，让我们再次邀请 Timothy 上台，为我们讲讲能够帮助大家学习和成长的各种 Google 项目。
What an incredible day. You know, we're constantly expanding and strengthening our global and regional programs, partnerships, and communities. Our desire to help fuel your passion is why today we're launching the Google Developer Program here in China, offering resources and welcoming all of you to learn, build, and grow with Google's technologies. The theme for I/O Connect China, 热诚飞跃, is a reality we're all building together. For Google, supporting you means investing in the communities you create and the companies you build. Now let's talk about the foundation of this support, our developer and startup programs. It all starts with our Google developer groups. In China, we have a thriving network of GDGs across the country, from Shanghai to Beijing to Shenzhen and beyond. These communities are run by developers for developers. They're the heart of our community, hosting everything from Build with AI workshops to study jams to hackathons and large-scale DevFest gatherings. GDGs provide a space to learn from peers, share challenges, and get hands-on experience with the latest technologies like Gemma, Android, and Firebase in your local language and context. If you aren't part of a GDG yet, I encourage you to visit the community booth today or tomorrow and find out about your local chapter. It's the best way to connect, learn, and grow with developers in your city. Now, across our communities, we're proud to have a remarkable group of leaders, our Google Developer Experts. GDEs are independent, highly experienced technology leaders and mentors recognized for their deep expertise in specific Google technologies. Now, you've seen them speaking at events, publishing tutorials, contributing to open source projects, and mentoring the next generation of developers. They are the technical thought leaders who elevate our entire ecosystem. And China's GDEs are at the forefront of innovation, pushing the boundaries of what's possible with AI, web, and cloud technologies, and sharing that knowledge back with the community. Now, as developers grow and ideas flourish, many of you build the next great companies. As Stanley mentioned at the start, we're here to help you take the leap and help you innovate, globalize, and earn. Our Google for Startups accelerators in China provide intensive, hands-on mentorship and support for promising high-potential startups. And we're focused on helping startups solve their most pressing challenges, from building scalable products with AI to successfully launching and expanding in the global market. We connect founders with the best of Google, our people, our network, and our technologies to help them accelerate their growth. And consider AI Sphere or TalkMe, startups that participated in our accelerator program last year and have since expanded their user base and business globally. We're humbled to have facilitated their worldwide growth through our AI and cloud infrastructure and assisting them in scaling their applications on Google Play. They exemplify the remarkable entrepreneurial talent present here in China. Now, we'd love the opportunity to work with you and your startup as well. Today, we're announcing the opening of applications for our 4th Google for Startups Accelerator in China. The Google Developer Program, Google Developer Groups, the Google Developer Experts, and our Google for Startups Accelerators. Together, they represent a continuous cycle of learning, building, and scaling your products and businesses with Google. Now, whether you're taking your first step with a new API, sharing your expertise with the community, or building a company that will change the world, Google is your partner on this journey of Zhicheng Feiwei. Thank you to everyone who joined us today, both on the live stream and in this room. For those of you that are here in person, dive into the sessions. Explore the demos, ask questions, and make new friends. We've traveled far and wide to be with you here today, and we can't wait to engage and make new connections. Keep learning, keep building, and keep innovating. Now go explore IO Connect China 2025. 谢谢。
来杯珍稀冰激凌吧。味咸海盐撞上清甜焦糖，100%真显生牛乳，美妙时刻尽量珍惜。珍稀海盐焦糖华夫脆冰激凌全新上市。